Hey there, Nocturnes! Welcome back to English Me, dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark. Ako nga pala ulit si Kuya N, ang inyong class president. Noong nakaraang meeting with Sir Jeremy, pinag-usapan natin ang tungkol sa kung paano natin magagamit ang topic sentence at supporting information sa pag-aaral. Oo, tama, pag-aaral, how to study. Kasi nga, 'di ba, nakaka-frustrate, inara mo na nga lahat-lahat pero baksak ka pa rin sa test. Pero natutuhan natin ang pwedeng dahilan kaya nangyayari 'yon kasi hindi mo minemorize, hindi mo naalala ang mga dapat mong inalala habang nagte-test. Natutunan natin na simple lang, kunin mo lang yung topic sentence saka yung supporting information kasi sa college matututunan mo na ang exams ay hindi lang tungkol sa kung gaano karami yung iyong na-memorize na terms. Yung pinakamalaking part, yung mas malaki na paghuhugutan na iyong grade ay sa kung paano mo maipapaliwanag ang mga konseptong pinamememorize sa'yo, let's say sa history class, sa literature class, and etc. Paano mo siya napapaliwanag sa sarili mong salita. Kasi kapag kinopya mo lang sa PowerPoint yung definition, sinulat mo sa test paper, ano pa ba silbi nun? Yun ang natutunan natin with Sir Jeremy last week, na focus lang tayo doon sa essential o importante. Ngayon, sa klase natin with him, pag-aaralan pa natin kung paano natin mapapasimple ang isang napakakomplikadong teksto o binabasa. Di ba nakita nyo naman yung kwarto, yung bahay classroom natin sa taas, di ba giniba na sinira kasi may ginagawa renovation. Though, magulo nga yung bahay classroom natin ngayon, pero kahit magulo, pwede nating maiayos yun at maging simple pa rin, mapanatiling simple ang ating pamumuhay. At yun yung ginawa namin, no? Ginawa ni Sir Jeremy para sa atin na gusto nating matuto, di ba? Gusto nating mag-aral. Kaya ginawa ni Sir Jeremy na padiliin yung buhay natin kahit sabihin natin na magulo yung ating paligid, yung mga nangyari ngayon sa mundo, di ba? Kasing gulo ng kwarto sa taas. May paraan para mapaayos yung kung ano yung magulo. At yun yung pag-uusapan natin, ang summarizing. So yung summarizing, yan yung ginagawa natin para mapasimple ang isang napakagulong teksto. Pero yung pala, marirealize natin, hindi pala magulo yung teksto, yung utak lang natin magulo. Tatlong outlines yung ituturo sa atin ngayon. Topic, sentence, and paragraph outlines. Paano natin gamitin yon? Samahan niyo ako sa ating klase with Sir Jeremy. Doon lang sa sala, so hindi naman ganun kalayo. Oh, English me, oh, English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Welcome back, class. For tonight, we shall answer this essential question. What is the most effective way of summarizing academic texts? Our objectives for tonight are the following: to identify techniques in summarizing a variety of academic texts, and to use various techniques in summarizing a variety of academic texts. To simply put, we're going to study how to summarize well. Now, why should we care about summarizing? Most written activities in school, especially when you get to college, you will be expected to summarize, and aside from writing them, you'll also be expected to give oral summaries. Why? Because most of the time, your readings are about 10 to 20 pages long each, and your professors would need you to read them before your class the following day. In order for that to happen, you must be able to understand in the quickest time possible what you're being asked to read, no matter how long it is. So that's the advantage of being able to summarize quickly. What is summarizing? It is writing a condensed or shorter version of the original material. It is simply putting together all the important ideas contained in the original material. In other words, it's the shorter version of a long text. Different number of words, but the same content. You just stripped away the parts that you don't necessarily have to remember. In the previous exercise,
We've just demonstrated one of the many techniques in summarizing. Remember the paragraphs about biology, the outlines you made? Okay, I hope you still have them with you because you might use them here. We will learn more outlining methods aside from the ones that you did. Now, why is outlining important? First of all, writing involves 3 stages: pre, during, and then post writing. Pre-writing is when we plan what we're going to put on whichever document that we're going to submit our professors. Now, one of the steps in pre-writing is organizing our thoughts or ideas with the help of outlining. In outlining, as writers, we list down all ideas relevant to the topic, we sort them all into major and minor ones, and create outlines out of them. Outlines are like the skeletal system of what we're about to put in any paper. Expect that whatever we put on the outline will not necessarily appear. Some will be kept and some will just stay in the outline. Whether or not you're doing technical writing, you will use the outline to craft a coherent composition. Materials are well organized when an outline is made prior to collecting information or writing the draft. Here you go. This is why some dread research in the library, is because the library is full of many references, information, etc. And looking at the massive amount of data that you can potentially gather, one would be overwhelmed because one without any outline doesn't know which book, article, or any material to get. But if you had constructed your outline before getting inside the library, you're in no trouble because based on the outline, you will make your selection of materials. You don't have to gobble up everything. Just like eating in a buffet restaurant, you don't necessarily have to eat all items on the tray line. Instead, you just eat what suits your diet at that moment. Outlines help us to be organized. You don't want to end up disorganized like what happened in our classroom upstairs. Didn't your class president show you? You don't want to be disorganized like that. You want to be organized. And one way of doing so is constructing an outline. Now, there are 2 systems of outlining. We have alphanumeric outlines, which make use of Roman and Hindu-Arabic numbers, as well as uppercase and lowercase letters, and the decimal system, which is used in a thesis writing. Here's how the alphanumeric system looks like. You see, there's hierarchy even. Decimal system. Now, the types of outlines we will study for tonight are topic, sentence, and paragraph outlines. Now, these 3 outlines are used based on the structure of any text that's being studied. Now, topic outlines have words and phrases as entries. Sentence and paragraph outlines have sentences. So the simplest of all these outlines is the first one. Here's a sample topic outline. I think this is very familiar whenever you read the table of contents on any book. Sentence outline, we have here the topic sentence and the supporting information. And then lastly, the paragraph outline. If you're asked to read a multi-paragraph essay, you'd want to only take note of the main idea per paragraph. Hence, you just write the topic sentence. In this sample, you observe just one bullet point for the paragraph outline. It's because it's assumed that we just have one paragraph. But if you have 10 paragraphs, you can have 10 bullets for your paragraph outline. So do you get the difference now? Here's your assignment. Your assignment is whatever you're asked to read for your other subjects. Let's say trends, networks, and critical thinking. I'm sure you've been asked to read difficult reads, difficult materials. Now use your knowledge of these outlines to help you study for your next exam. Okay, that's for your assignment. Let's look now at the differences and similarities between these outlines. So when it comes to entries, in topic outlines, we write words, phrases, or clauses only. Sentence and paragraph outlines, we write our entries in complete sentences, not fragments. By now, you should know the difference between sentences and fragments. For topic outlines, we have 4 to 6 bullet points. Sentence outlines, we can have just 2 to 4. Paragraph outline, only 1. That's the number of bullet points, okay? The number of levels. Mechanics, topic outline, no periods at the end. But for sentence and paragraph outlines, there has to be a period at the end of each. Application, for topic outlines, we use them for long or short compositions. But for sentence and paragraph outlines, we use them for short compositions only. It would be very tiring, and it would take so much time if you use sentence and paragraph outlines for, let's say, 5-page articles. Well, maybe you might as well use a topic outline instead. This is it for this class. I want you to prepare for the next series. In the meantime, practice extracting important ideas and summarizing. Okay? Survive in the dark.
Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Sino ang magtuturo? Gusto kong matuto na talaga. Oh English me. Word of the night. Pastiche. Noun. Ang first three na makakapag-comment sa baba ng meaning at ng kanyang original sentence, yung hindi kinopya ha, bawal yon, ay magkakaroon ng special mention sa susunod na episode. Kaya ano pa hinihintay nyo, Doctors? Mag-comment na kayo sa baba bago mag-Friday para masama sa editing ng inyong posts. Kung nagustuhan ninyo ang episode na ito kahit medyo sabog, like nyo na sa baba. Kung may mga suggestions kayo, mga tanong, comment nyo lang din. Saka i-share nyo naman din to, ang channel na to, ang video na to sa mga kakilala nyong senior high. No? Sa mga kakilala nyong senior high na magtitake ng AYAP sa darating na pasukan. Kasi alam naman natin ngayon na kanya-kanya ng diskarte para paano makahanap ng resources upang makapag-aral pa. Ngayon ay hindi tayo makapasok sa totoo nating classroom sa labas sa ating mga bahay. Kaya ginagawa nating classroom ang ating mga bahay para mapagpatuloy ang edukasyon. Saka sumali din kayo sa ating private Facebook group. Libre naman yun eh. Ang kailangan nyo lang account ng Facebook. Mag-request lang kayo ng membership, saka i-approve namin yun. At doon sa private Facebook group na yun, pwede nyo nang ilabas yung mga sentimento nyo tungkol sa mundo, mga topics na gusto ninyo pag-usapan na hindi ninyo mahanap sa classroom dati o sa bahay nyo o basta kahit sinong mga tao, at least doon kasama ninyo ang mga kapares ninyo mag-isip na gustong pag-usapan ng mga ideas na nalimutan o kung saan nagbubulag-bulagan na ang mga tao ngayon. At least doon sa nocturne space, meron na kayong malalabasan ng sama ng loob. At saka higit sa lahat, mag-subscribe din kayo at itap niyo yung notification bell para hindi kayo mahuli sa mga updates at new episodes na amin nire-release every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Ang Nocturnal Sage pala ay 4 ang focus na larangan. Ang una ay ang self-conquest. Ano yun? Kung meron kang mga pinagdaraan ng emosyon, let's say depression, anger, or you simply cannot move on from the past, para sa iyo ang channel na to kasi tuturuan ka namin kung paano mo magagamit yung dark emotions mo para mag-excel sa buhay. Yung pangalawa, communication. Kaya nga may English me Isa lang yung English me doon. Pero may mga branches pa ng communication na pwede natin sama-samang i-explore. Like, paano mo ma-develop ang iyong confidence na magsalita sa harapan ng mga tao. Ngayon, dahil nag-online learning na tayo, paano ka magkakaroon ng confidence na magsalita sa harapan ng camera na marami. Camera siya ika nga pero dito tuturuan ka. Tuturuan ka namin kung paano ma-overcome yung ganung takot. Practice lang yan. Leadership, yung pangatlong larangan kung saan magaling. Sir Jeremy. Ang leadership para to sa mga bagong leaders. Kuwari, bagong halal ka na student council president. Kung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho na, bagong promote into, let's say, middle manager or executive leader. Tapos, ikaw ay ang pinakabata sa iyong organisasyon. At feeling mo, para nakakahadlang ito para mag-excel ka bilang isang leader. Para rin sa iyo ang channel na to kasi tuturuan ka namin kung paano mag-excel bilang isang leader sa kabila ng iyong lack of experience, kung yun yung sinasabi ng iba tungkol sa'yo. Kasi dito, tuturuan ka namin na makalimutan mo kung paano questionin ang sarili mong kakayahan. Tuturuan ka namin paano malimutan ang kagalingan mo sa pagmamaliit sa sarili mo para maging epektibo kang leader. Ang apat ay ang expansion. Ang expansion, tungkol ito sa kagustuhan mo na mag-grow, lumago sa iyong karera, mapa-estudyante ka man o mapa-paid professional, tuturuan ka namin kung paano pagsamasamahin ang iyong skillsets upang ma-achieve yung iyong goal sa buhay. Na kahit sabihin natin parang napilitan ka lang i-take yung ganitong degree program o kung gusto mo lumipat ng ibang job role sa iyong kumpanya tapos hindi ka pinapayagan, posible pa rin mag-expand. So yun yung apat na larangan na bumubuo sa katauhan ng Nocturnal Sage. Salamat muli sa panonood. Sana ay nakatulong. Ako muli si Kuya N. Kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng English Me dito sa Nocturnal Sage, guide for those left in the dark.